climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again. Hi, welcome to my studio. I'm Steve Light, and this is my new book, A Spider Named Itsy. It's all about the Itsy Bitsy Spider song, but did you ever wonder why does Itsy Bitsy Spider go up the water spout? And I always wondered that as a kid. And so I said that would be a really fun thing to explore as a book. And it all started because one day I was drawing bugs. And I had this is actually to hold playing cards. And I said, oh, it would be fun to draw some bugs and just have them stand up in there. And it led me to thinking about the Itsy Bitsy Spider song. And I started collecting all these little bugs. This one has a little umbrella and a little piece of luggage. And a lot of the bugs are carrying things in the book. This one's playing some music. There's actually a little bug band in the book too in the background. And, you know, if you go up here, you can see he meets along the way, Itsy Spider, a rhino beetle, a katydid, a ladybug, and her little baby pupa. And they have a little picnic when they start. And they have a little picnic blanket. And, you know, Itsy's all alone. He doesn't have anyone except his umbrella. And I built a model of his umbrella. So this is what his umbrella looks like. And you can see the umbrella in the book. And so when they're having a picnic, and the picnic blanket represents the family that he wants. And he becomes part of their family. And you can see at the end there's a little part with the umbrella and the picnic blanket. But I'll let you find that in the book. You know, it's really fun to build things and have these things around me. So one of the things was, you know, he lives in a watering can, but his web gets washed out. So then he goes up the water spout of a building. So I actually built a model of the edge of the building and the eave and the water spout. And in order to make it more interesting, this is a very old house and the water spout is falling down. And so this is all made out of some tubing and some dollhouse things. And it was really fun to build and just have to look at, to think about where he's going and which part, and all the water washing them down. It was really fun to collect these bugs to look at and draw. Although a lot of them are my own bugs. They're not definitely exactly accurate, but I collected some other little bugs in here, little fake bugs made, and little ones in these are really fun. And so it was really fun to draw Itsy. You know, it's all about him being lonely, him finding a family, and never giving up. You know, they all get washed out, and then they go up the spout again. So I thought it would be really fun if we sat and maybe drew Itsy, because Itsy Bitsy Spider is a really interesting, he's all circles. So we start with a large circle like that, and that's his body, and then he has kind of a point like that, and then there's another circle here that's kind of his collar, his other section of his body on a spider, and then his head is a circle also, and he has his neck, and he has a nice big round eyes like that, and he has a little hat that he likes to wear. And my cat is very interested. I don't know if you can hear her in the background, but she loves to help tell the story of Itsy Bitsy Spider. So she's doing her part in the background as we tell the story. And then we have to draw all his legs. So he has 4. What we did, since he's a spider and he has 8, it's very hard to get all of those in there. So he has 4 legs, and then he has 4 arms. So we'll draw his 4 arms, and of course he has to be holding his umbrella. So we'll draw his umbrella, make sure we get his little umbrella's face on there. There we go. That's going to be his umbrella, and then his other arms are back here, and like that. There we go. And then what I usually do, I'm going to make his head just a little bit bigger. His head needs to be a little bit bigger for the way that I've drawn him. And then what I usually do, this is all a light box, so I'm going to turn off this light and turn on the light table, and that lights up, and then I can put this piece of paper right over that. And do you see how you can see the drawing through there? I'm just going to get 2 little pieces of tape, and these little circle pieces of tape, which I love because they're really easy to, you're not ripping tape all the time. And then I have a special pen. This is a fountain pen. It has a metal nib, and it holds the ink in its barrel. And this pen, particularly, and I'm going to just draw up here for you, if I press down, I get a really thick line. Do you see that? And I can get a really thin line, and I can get a really thick line. So when we're drawing Itsy, we think about the different line weights of his body and things. So I like to kind of get a thicker line at the top of him, like that. And then I like to get a thicker line at the bottom of his body, like that. And then a thicker line there for that section, and around his head, like that, and his hat. And his eye. See how he just used the pen to get a thicker side to the eye, like that. There we go, his neck. And we'll draw his arm and his hand holding his friend umbrella. And we'll draw umbrella. Umbrella comes around like this, and his face, and we'll make him smiling. He's happy. He's with his friend Itsy Spider. So much fun to draw him and all the other bugs and figure out, wow, how am I going to draw 8 arms and legs, or 6, depending on the critter. Lots of fun things in the book. Most of the bugs are going places. I thought since it hasn't rained in a while, they're kind of like the Dust Bowl, and they're moving, looking for a better place, just like Itsy. Which I think is a very universal theme. He has special, very fancy spats on his shoes. I think they're called spats. Let me just have to draw his other. Now I have to make sure not to smear the ink, so that's why I'm turning the paper, so my hand isn't in. Now I'm drawing much faster than I normally would to do the book, just to show you, friends, what it's like. And then he has these spots on him. He's a little black house spider. That's one of the smallest spiders, so he's based on that. I mean, this is obviously not a anatomically scientific drawing of a spider. This is my version of a little character I like to draw for this book. And then there's a lot more lines that we draw in him to make him just look really special. But right now I think we'll stop and we'll say thank you. And I just want to do one more thing as we go. I have a little music box that I used to play. And that's Itsy Bitsy Spider. Bye.